Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering. Off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler video series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. This is the first review that I've been able to do in like close to a week now. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means I was on my way home from work. I found some shit to review for you. And that's not the case. I've been stockpiling stuff to review because, like I said, I couldn't review stuff for a while. But what am I reviewing for you? Why couldn't I review stuff? What's going on here, folks? Well, I couldn't review stuff because I've been a little bit under the weather for basically the better part of a week at this point. I'm still a little bit, which, might, if my voice comes through a little bit off key or what have you, I'm still working through it, but for a number of days, I wasn't able to really taste much. I was just so congested that, everything was very muted, and I obviously didn't want to review stuff during that period of time. I'm still a little congested, but I've been going over there, and every day I take a cheap soda that I have, and I taste it, and I'm like, can I taste it? Okay, maybe not. Today was the first day where I was like, you know what? That tastes pretty much on point. So, what am I reviewing for you, folks? I figured this will be something I should be able to taste anyway, because it's boom! It's from C4 Energy. This is their classic lemonade-flavored energy drink. Sure, man. I'm sure I've reviewed some stuff from C4 in the past. It's always a little bit weird when I go over there and have to title it for YouTube, because, C4. But it hasn't gotten me any trouble yet. Explosive energy you can feel, enhanced endurance, it's certified sport. It's 200 milligrams of caffeine, zero artificial colors. It is also a zero sugar energy drink. So, let's get a thing for the thing. It looks like this. We'll just, let's give it a shot. I bought this because they were 2 for $3. They're having a sale on them, and I was like, fuck it, man. See, I can smell a little bit. So, there's a little citrusy stuff, but not... It either doesn't have a strong scent, or my nose is still screwed up to the extent where I can't smell it in full. But I could at least smell something. Okay. That's pretty nice. I don't drink a lot of stuff from C4, but I'm never against them as a company or anything like that. I remember, originally they were, just, exclusively you'd find them in, gyms and stuff. They were sort of marketed as being sort of like a, like a sports energy drink. And then eventually you started seeing them at, Walmarts and stuff, but only, the 2 original flavors that they had. At this point, they're a full-on tour de force in the energy drink business. So, and credit where it's due, this is a good one. I like it. I like the nice citrusy hit from it. It's definitely not, there's never been a lemon anywhere near this. I doubt there's a lemon even in the state that this was produced in. It's probably that, citrus or citric acid stuff or, something equivalent to give it that extra something. It is flavored with sucralose, so although it is zero sugar, it does have a sweetening agent. And to be fair, sucralose in this instance, I think actually makes a lot of sense. Because typically, when energy drink companies, and even some soda companies, but energy drink companies especially, when they do go over there and do zero sugar stuff, sucralose tends to be their go-to. And one of the best ways to kind of mask that sucralose zero sugar flavor is by going over there and giving whatever energy drink or whatever, product you're using, adding in some tartness to it. It helps kind of, sort of brush over some of the potential abrasiveness that the sucralose has. Because, even though, yeah, it's a sweetener and everything, it does have a very different taste than sugar if you're, not used to it. So, in this case, applying it to a lemonade flavor makes all the sense in the world because you already have that tanginess, that sharpness from the, sort of citrusy lemonade vibe. And so, as far as like the sucralose, the zero sugar aspect is concerned, there's a little something to it, but they've done a nice job of masking it with the overall flavors. Like, for me, it mostly just tastes like, lemony, citrusy energy drink. I don't know that off the top, like if I wasn't aware of the zero sugar aspect, I don't think it's not jumping out at me the way that it does with some other products. So I can get down with that, that's not bad. And I do think this was definitely a good product to review given my current foggy state, as it were. Because for one thing, hopefully it'll kind of give me a little bit of a boost, because I am definitely a little bit out of it still. But at the same time, it has a nice strong flavor to it. And yeah, the flavor is definitely, if you think like, again, because it's not even anything close to a natural flavor, but if you think like Country Time or something like that, where, again, there's never been a fucking, no one who's ever dealt with Country Time has ever even seen a lemon. Okay, it's never happened. But, again, you put citric acid or what the fuck ever, So it definitely falls in that artificial lemonade flavor, but it's a fucking energy drink. You weren't expecting anything different, and neither was I. So it's all about the implementation of it. And I like the lemonade flavor. I think it's nice for what it is in energy drink format. And I do appreciate the fact that, like I said, I think they were very smart in utilizing that in combination with the sucralose to, make that sucralose flavor not as apparent, and at the same time not having it be something where the tartness, feels out of place. So, yeah. 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Sure and sure. Especially if I can get them 2 for $3. That was a hell of a deal, man. I got it, I think I got this at Mariano's, I want to say, which is, it's a brand of kind of upscale supermarkets in Illinois mostly. They're owned by Kroger. But yeah, if you happen to run into that particular deal, I saw that and I was like, yeah, man, I don't even care. They might suck, but, 2 energy drinks for $3, and thankfully it didn't suck. I would actually be willing, I'd be willing to pay like a normal amount of money for this. It wouldn't be like a personal favorite energy drink for me. I certainly have my own personal pantheon of energy drinks that I enjoy. This one wouldn't break into the, into the upper tier, but it's a good one, and lemonade energy drinks, certainly not uncommon, but like, you don't see them all the time, so it's nice as an option. And again, I think the way they put it together was smart. It's a decent tasting energy drink. Now, if I'm recommending it, I mean, yeah, I think that, like I said, even though I don't really indulge with the C4 brand all that often, I'm certainly not opposed to it, and the stuff that I have had for them, for the most part, I've enjoyed. I don't think there's been anything I've really been, like, aghast to or anything, just, but honestly, out of the stuff that I have had from them, I would say that this is probably one of the things that I've enjoyed the most, because, again, I just, I think it just works nicely. I already like lemonade as a general flavor, even, the Country Time and stuff like that, I can still get down with that. So this is just doing that, but applying it to an energy drink. It works nicely. The zero sugar part of it doesn't, negatively affect it in any major way. And, yeah, it's just tasty enough. So, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Spectacular rest of your week. Monumental rest of your month. Stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there and yourselves a truly, let's all wish Brandon well-tastic the rest of our lives. Because I'd like to just be not sick. That'd be really cool. I thought, at first I just thought it was like seasonal allergies, because this is kind of around the time I get them usually. But then it was like, no, this is something else. And it was like, probably got it at the concerts that I attended last week, or maybe from my dentist, because that was kind of, after that was when it started happening, but I don't know. I'll get through it. Final two things. Number one, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. When we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there, whenever possible, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, have you found any good deals on energy drinks lately? Like I said, I mean, because I don't drink a lot of energy drinks outside of doing the reviews, but at the same time, the job that I work and everything, I work weird hours, so, it kind of is whenever they need me. As a result, yeah, sometimes they need me late at night, and yeah, that can be a little bit wearing on me, so if I can get a good deal on this stuff, help a brother out.